In this video, we're going to talk about pigs. We're going to dive into some huge numbers that might honestly blow your mind and then travel back to their ancient wild origins. We'll uncover the fascinating story behind one of the most common animals on the planet. Okay, so let's just jump right in with a number that is, well, it's kind of hard to even imagine. Right now on Earth, there are nearly 1 billion pigs. To be more precise, it's about 977 million, and that's according to the Food and Agriculture Organization. That number alone just shows you how important they are to our world. But here's the thing. That massive population isn't spread out evenly at all. When you break it down by continent, one region just completely dominates. As you can see right here, Asia is home to a staggering 60% of all the world's pigs. And if we zoom in on Asia, it gets even more concentrated. A single country, China, is home to nearly half of all the pigs on the entire planet. Think about that. That's almost 500 million pigs, more than the rest of the world has combined. That kind of concentration is just mind-blowing, and it really speaks to the huge scale of modern farming. But it makes you wonder, right? Where did the familiar farm pig actually come from in the first place? To answer that, we've got to look back to its wild ancestor. So, to really understand the modern pig, we have to meet its wild relative, the animal that every single domestic breed we have today came from. So what is a pig, really? Well, scientifically, it's a mammal from the genus Sus. And here's the really cool part. Every single domestic pig on farms today, no matter the breed, traces its family tree directly back to one specific animal, the wild boar. Now, over the years, domestication has led to some pretty massive changes. Wild boars are relatively lean, but domestic pigs, well, they've been bred to be much heavier. Their diet has shifted from things like roots and nuts they'd find in the wild to formulated feeds on the farm. And of course, their home has changed from the forest to the farm. But you know, it's funny. While so much has changed, some biological things have stayed incredibly consistent. Take their reproductive cycle. It's so predictable that for centuries, farmers have had this classic little saying to help them remember it. And the saying goes that a sow's gestation period is 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. It's one of those memorable bits of folk wisdom that, as it turns out, is remarkably accurate. Yeah, that little phrase perfectly captures the pregnancy period, which almost always falls somewhere between 112 and 115 days. And at the end of that very precise pregnancy, a sow gives birth to a new generation, usually a litter about 8 to 12 piglets. You know, this reproductive efficiency is a huge reason they've become such a successful livestock animal. Now, beyond the numbers in the biology, let's dive into some other surprising facts you might not know about them. Here's a simple way to think about how they're all classified. This little phrase is a great reminder that pig is the broad family category, and the wild boar is just one very important member of it, the one that started this whole thing. Okay, this is fascinating. One of the biggest differences between wild and domestic pigs actually comes down to taste, and it's all about what they eat. A wild boar's diet of nuts, roots, and fruits gives its meat this complex, nutty flavor, which is a world away from the taste of farm-raised pork from pigs fed mainly on corn and soy. Now, while wild boars are tough and formidable, domestic pigs have been bred for size, and the results can be extreme. The Guinness World Record for the heaviest domestic pig belongs to Big Bill, who weighed in at a mind-boggling 2,552 pounds. That's over 1,150 kilograms. Besides their size, you can just see the differences pretty clearly. Wild boars typically have dark, coarse coats that help them camouflage in the wild. Domestic pigs come in all sorts of colors, often pink or multicolored. And of course, there are the tusks. A wild boar's lower canines grow continuously, while on farms, they're often trimmed for safety. So, from their incredible numbers to their wild origins, pigs are so much more complex than they might seem. And it leaves us with this final thought. With nearly 1 billion of them on the planet, all descended from that single wild ancestor, the future of this humble animal is now deeply intertwined with the future of our own global food systems. Alright, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.